Hey guys, what's up? Terrence Brown here, and I'm with Lord Pingu today.
What's up, guys?
And today we're going to do our E3 2017 press conference review. Last year we did it, and it was a pretty good video. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties, so on my video you'll only see my name and his. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I just
He just
have
got
my logo up, so
yeah, basically just how our logos up. But hopefully next year we'll be able to stream. We'll have that capability.
yeah.
This year's E3 was actually, it was good, but there's actually how many press conferences? Like seven
I
instead of
see
six.
EA, Microsoft, PC, Bethesda, PS4, and Nintendo. I think that's it.
Um, yeah, EA, Microsoft, yeah. All right.
And we didn't do Devolver. So
I don't think we need to do Devolver anyway because they don't deserve to get our review. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. We're starting off with Electronic Arts, quote unquote. Um, so the first game they had was Madden 18. And I'm a little bit of a Madden fan. The older Maddens, not the newer ones, because the newer ones suck. But basically, all they showed us was this trailer for the story mode, which is actually the first time they're doing a story mode in the Madden series, which I think is kind of cool. But at the same time, I think it's gonna crash and burn. But anyway,
dang, high hopes.
I really don't have high hopes for EA at all. Um, They're doing a story mode. You go from high school to the professional league, the NFL. Thing is, you're a black guy from Texas. You're black, and you play football. That's definitely a stereotype right
Yeah,
there.
I'm from
Thanks
the
a lot.
country.
Yeah, and you're forced to play quarterback, and it's basically gonna be the same story for everybody, which is something I was hoping they wouldn't do. If they're gonna put a story mode, at least make it unique for every single person. But it's whatever. And they're debuting in Madden this year a new Frostbite engine, which was in FIFA 17, and it works pretty good. But I like to see it in Madden. Hopefully, Madden might get better for once in its life. All right. So something I'm very excited about:
Battle.
Star Wars Battlefront 2.
They actually have a story mode this time, so it's not a bunch of DLC multiplayer mode. There's actual reason to have it, so that's cool. Um, Adding in more planets, characters, vehicles, and as always, like super customization. And it goes through each of the three areas of Star Wars. And yeah, they added a class system with different abilities. I think they said they have a 20v20, but I thought that was in the last game. Maybe I'm wrong. I didn't
I
play
don't
much
I
of
don't
that.
think it was in a 20v20. I don't think no one had that last year.
Maybe it was like a 12v12 was the max then.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
it was
I didn't even play
12v12.
the game long last year. I didn't like it that much, so yeah.
It, too much DLC, as always with
I mean, that's EA. What do you expect? I mean, that's
EA.
just. Oh, it's kind of funny. Our next game, Battlefield 1, just DLC. Literally just DLC, but it actually looks very interesting. So we start out with two night maps being included in the game, and we also get In the Name of the Czar, and that is an expansion pack, basically on the Eastern Front, which includes 6 new maps, the Russian army, new vehicles and weapons, and the famed Women's Battalion. And that's all a part of In the Name of the Czar, and they also promise better player progression throughout the game. Next, we have FIFA 18. We didn't really get too much from FIFA, even though that is pretty much one of their top 3 games aside from Battlefield and Star Wars Battlefront.
Actually, I've never really played a FIFA or paid attention to it because I don't like soccer.
The only time I watch soccer is during the World Cup, and I can't even watch it any other time. But this people take FIFA very very seriously, and
Yeah,
they're actually introducing the Ultimate Team Championship Series. EA always does these championship tournaments. Players come around the world. And I think they just finished up 2 tournaments like a couple weeks ago. People are really serious about that. It gets really intense. surprisingly, but
League of Legends for actual sports.
basically. But they're last year they actually had a story mode. This year you're playing part two of the story mode, which is actually interesting. A sports game doing a story mode in the first place and continuing the story from the last game. I think that's actually kind of interesting. And since FIFA is actually kind of popular, I can see people getting behind this. But
Yeah.
basically, ironically, you play as a black guy. Yeah, yeah, he really loves black guys in sports. Um, play as a black guy, and he's this star in soccer. He's amazing. But basically, now it's the big decision. Are you gonna stay with your team? Are you gonna go out and get more money? What are you gonna do? But we just saw a trailer from that, and they did promise better atmospheres, and they're also using real player motion technology, which is brought to you from Cristiano Ronaldo, which is, in my opinion, the best soccer player in the world. And, he's actually one of the few that most people can just recognize, other than, Messi or David Beckham or somebody like that.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we have Need for Speed Payback.
Feedback. There are.
So, go ahead.
You go ahead.
All right. So we have Need for Speed Payback. I don't know. Did they release a Need for Speed game last year?
I don't think they did.
I don't think they did. I think they took a break from it. I think they should have taken a break because they haven't really made a good Need for Speed game in a couple years.
No.
But now they're coming down with three main characters. Basically, you get to play as all three main characters with different styles, of driving and whatever, and they different personalities and all that, right? And then something that's actually interesting, you can actually take old rundown cars and just turn them into new cars, and that's actually something really cool because if you're playing this racing game, most of the time you're not gonna go get the trash car that's just sitting on the side of the road.
Yeah.
But now you actually have a reason to because you can build it back up and make it look amazing.
Which is what you can do in real life. So that has some kind of realism to it.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. I'm surprised no other racing game has had that. But hey, at least it's in.
At Forza.
All right.
Oh,
Did you just take a wait? Did you just take a shot at Forza?
It was a joke because I really like Forza.
Forza is probably the only racing game I would ever play if it was on PlayStation.
Exactly.
But the way out, like you said, we'll actually talk about that more a little bit later because I'm pretty sure it appears once again where we actually do get a trailer for it.
Yeah.
But it is a EA original game, which it's a new IP, and just giving you a brief summary of it, it's not strictly couch co-op, but it really encourages it because the game is really based on teamwork. I think it looks really cool.
Good to play with a friend.
Yeah, with friends that you can actually trust. Not to just screw around and not with those friends that just miss the objective. Yeah, those type of friends, don't play this game with them. But
you know how Joel is in all of my videos that you see him in? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, do not be a Joel. All right.
I think Anthem comes up later. That was the next game.
Yeah,
We'll get to that
Anthem.
during my song.
Yeah, we actually get something else with that as well.
Yeah.
So then we have
More sports.
finale for EA. Yeah. NBA Live 18, and basically all we got was a trailer for this, and it's a career mode called The One, and basically
Watch DJ Khaled do them.
basically just go. They're really putting in perspective, the life of an NBA star, but it kind of looked like to me that they took out a page from NBA 2K where you're playing on the streets and they're playing on 5-on-5 games in the gym, and then you're playing the actual NBA. That's just magically in NBA Live. Just magically. I've never seen that idea or concept before in a game. I haven't at all. I'll say that they did all right. Did better than last year. I like the press conference better than last year because last year was kind of a disappointment in
Yeah.
my opinion. But
Uh,
they did some good things. I like the In the Name of the Czar. That actually was really interesting. I like.
Even though it's standard EA. Oh look, DLC.
Yeah, I don't even know how much it's gonna cost. I hope it doesn't cost too much.
Battlefront, $100.
Battlefront is looking good. That's great.
Yeah, I like the trailer they showed for that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, the new IPs. EA doesn't really do a lot of new IPs, so I mean that's a good thing as well.
How to describe EA Sports?
DLC.
All right, Microsoft. They put out a new-ish console, like a improvement, but it's called the Xbox One X. So because you can't make anything in the word Xbox if it doesn't have one or X in it. Because literally, the Xbox One X.
I'm
Why?
still triggered about the name Xbox One. That
Xbox
still bothers
360,
me.
Xbox One.
Oh my god, that's just so.
So
Anyway,
this will come out on November 7th. It's got 12 gigabytes of memory. It has true 4K gaming and 4K Blu-ray. So if you have Blu-ray things, you can still
that
run
is
that.
amazing. That is beautiful and amazing.
Yeah. And then all the Xbox One accessories and games work, so you don't have to buy any new things. It's got a liquid-cooled vapor chamber, and it is $500.
Say what?
Hmm?
So repeat that. You said $500 for 4K. You said
Yep.
$500 for 4K.
4K. That's all it is. It's $500. Good job, Microsoft.
God, please.
It leads up
But the
with all that
first
good
game,
stuff.
yeah. So the first game that we actually saw, but most of these games are actually going to be on the Xbox One X, actually, which is surprising.
Yeah.
Because I was figuring they're going to just be like, nah, we're just release these for the Xbox One. But since they announced that all Xbox One games work on the Xbox One X, I was like, wow, so that's really nice.
Hey, Terrence, do you
I,
plan to buy one Xbox One X?
no, no.
That's why I hate that title. That sentence.
Xbox One X.
Anyway, first game is one that I quote unquote took a shot at earlier.
Forza
Forza.
Motorsport. Forza Motorsport 7. It is coming to the Xbox One, of course.
I'm actually really happy about that, except for the fact that I don't have an Xbox anymore.
Hey, but I'm just gonna buy it on Windows, so I don't care.
Sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, all these games come to Windows, so what's the point?
Yeah, they call them exclusives, but
What's the point? But
not as exclusive as Nintendo. We'll get to
they
that later.
showed a little bit of gameplay, like trailer.
Yeah.
It looked. I'm not even gonna lie. Everybody's been talking about 4K isn't that much better. Uh, TV wise, I don't really think it's that much better. But when you get to like gaming, it looks extremely better. Like honestly, it looks actually amazing.
Oh,
Um,
and they have 700 cars in this.
700. That's actually really good.
Yeah, it's a good bit of cars to get.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember
actually
when I
really
had a
nice.
360, we played Forza. I don't remember which one, but all the cars are pretty good. And it has like, do they still have the customization thing? Because my live
It
streams are kind of glitchy.
it should.
Cool.
I mean, I figured they wouldn't take anything out.
No,
Obviously, I mean,
just add.
they're just getting better.
Yeah.
All right, so Metro Exodus is the next game up. We didn't really get too much to it. Well, one thing about Microsoft, we did. There's like one point where we got like 15 games in 1 minute in a 1 minute trailer. It showed like
And it was just like typos.
3 seconds of it, and it's just like I'm sitting here trying to write the names of the games at the bottom. I'm like, bro, what is this, man? I can't even.
It was pretty hard.
So excuse us if we don't get to those games. We don't go into it thoroughly, but there's not much to it that we can get to.
Neither did Microsoft, so blame
Yeah.
them.
But Metro Exodus is actually, the sequel to Metro Last Light. Metro Last Light actually played a really great game. I didn't really hear too much about it when it came out, but after I did hear a lot about it, it looks like an interesting game. Um, I don't think it's an exclusive. It shouldn't be an exclusive. I'm pretty sure the last game came out on PlayStation.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Yeah, so that is one good thing about it. So I think I should actually check this game out 'cause, it looks very interesting.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed Origins. This Assassin's Creed's always been one of my favorite franchises, and I really like things based around ancient Egypt, and that's what this game is. It's pretty much tells you about how the assassins started. They started in Egypt, and they showed some of the gameplay. It's kind of like the same stuff, but it looks a little bit more improved. And as always, you have like different visions and stuff you can go in. I think it's a step in the right direction because a lot of people didn't like Rogue or Unity, but this one seems to be pretty
Yeah, the
good.
game looks really, really clean to be honest. Like
Yeah,
I
and
would pick
it's
this up,
really like nice looking as well. Like the
honestly.
environment, it's it's pretty nice.
So we got Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. This game, I didn't even know the game existed. The guy started talking about it, and I was like,
I knew the
"What?"
game was a thing, but I didn't feel like it would be this big.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that. Like, I was like, "What is this?" And they're talking about so many people playing it, but
Like championships and stuff. Like,
yeah,
dang.
but we didn't. I think they actually do some more with it during the PC thing as well. Ironically,
Yeah. Cause
so we'll actually get to more of that later on. Next, we got Deep Rock Galactic, another game that we didn't get too much of
it's an
either.
exclusive.
All we really know about it, it's an exclusive game, and that's really it. We didn't get too much from it. That's just the only thing about Microsoft. They didn't give us too much of these games.
When you put out like 40 games, I mean,
I mean, the dude did say at the start of the thing there was going to be 40 something games and like 22 exclusives. So I kind of expected it to be like quick. But what we got next? We got State of Decay 2.
guess what? It's an exclusive.
Yes, screw that. I actually wanted to play that game.
Yeah.
The first game was actually very enjoyable, in my opinion.
I didn't play
But
it, but I've seen gameplay from it and it looked pretty good.
yeah, but unfortunately, exclusives. But it's all right. Now this game up next, the Darwin Project. That is an exclusive as well.
Good for
When I
them.
first when they first showed the trailer for it, I was looking through it. I'm like, okay, well, what is this? What is this, like a battle royale, kind of like just elimination game? What is this? But it's actually, it actually was really fun. The guy in the trailer was actually they're out in the middle of nowhere, and then the guy was out killing people. It's basically just a battle royale kind of survival game, whatever.
Yeah.
And the guy kills the last person, so he thought, and dude comes from being invisible, dead, just kills him. I'm like,
Rest in
and I
peace.
actually, and the Darwin Project, if Darwin, I actually got the reference there with the name.
Evolution.
I was like, wow, okay, I get it. But oh God, Minecraft.
Minecraft.
I'll let you handle Minecraft. I don't speak about Minecraft.
Yeah, they're putting out. They have massive servers, so well that brings back different memories of a different server. But
Flashbacks.
the servers are pretty much real big, so they can hold more people. Crossplay. I think with everything but PlayStation, you can play with other people.
I'm pretty sure you can play on PlayStation now. Like
Did they sign it?
I'm pretty sure you can play on everything now.
Okay, so
Um,
like if if I had an Xbox and Terrence had a PlayStation and we for some reason wanted to play Minecraft together, we could do that, even though we
yeah, I
both
might
have a
be wrong,
computer.
but I'm pretty sure for most like platforms it's crossplay because I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
they wouldn't because they already had crossplay for like your Windows and your Xbox. So it's
yeah.
like,
And now,
what's the
mobile included in that, by the way. And
yeah
they're coming out with the 4K quote unquote super duper graphics pack. And from what I've seen, it actually does look pretty good. So,
yeah it looks nice and there's actually a game later on I think in the PC gaming show that actually kind of reminds me of that
oh
a little bit.
yeah, I've never
But
really like disliked Minecraft. It's a pretty good game. I used to play it a lot, so I don't play it much anymore.
yeah, it just grew out of it, and you get old, and then it's
Yeah.
like, and it's kind of going down on YouTube. Like, I see all these Minecraft YouTubers trying to stay relevant, and it's like
I still
sad.
watch like one, but they're not doing that much Minecraft content anymore. So
Yeah. make news out of Minecraft and make a video out of it. It's like they don't even want to do it
I thought you
anymore.
said fake news for me.
No, I definitely said fake news. So we got Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and if you don't get that, it's a Dragon Ball Z fighting game. I think that's kind of self-explanatory there.
I
But
really
it's
hope everyone gets that.
but it's a 3-on-3 Dragon Ball fighting game. I know one of my friends actually loves Dragon Ball Z, so I think he'll actually be buying this game. So I'll end up seeing him play this.
You talking about Courtney?
Well, actually, yeah, him and Thailand as well. They
Yeah.
actually like
Oh,
little
Thailand.
Dragon.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. So they actually both love. So I'll probably see them playing it on PlayStation. I've actually never really been into Dragon Ball. I actually gotten, I started watching it a little bit, but I never really was into it
It
that
takes like
much.
17 episodes for one punch to be thrown.
Honestly, though, like that,
It's
at least
not
in the,
bad. It's a I don't watch that much anime. Actually, I don't really watch anime at all. But it's not terrible. But
my main problem with Dragon Ball when I try to watch an episode and it ends up being in Japanese, so I have to like look for the English dub of it, and I can't find an English dub, so I just don't even watch it. That's my main problem with it. But I mean, it is Japanese. I mean, what do I expect?
yeah.
But another game that we didn't get much of, Black Desert,
Guess what?
but
Exclusive.
exclusive. How many exclusives is that? Like, I don't know. It's only like 5 so far, and
Yeah,
we're
we
not
haven't
even
got
done
to the giant chunk yet.
of exclusive. I think I actually missed like 3 games in that little pod because I was just trying to get so many at one time. It's crazy. But it is it's a, I won't say medieval, but it's looking kind of like a medieval game. It's actually an MMORPG, which I always enjoy.
Yeah, those are always
Once it,
fun.
which you when it gets started up, I always enjoy those games. And when it's it has that medieval element to it, excuse me, it just makes it even better. So I'll actually be looking forward to
They
that
always start slow, but once you get going, they're usually really fun. So
if I was on Xbox, I would play that, but I'm not on
we
Xbox.
have what is it? Starforge, Skyforge. Yeah, on
Yeah, Sky.
PS4. Pretty good one.
Yeah, yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Anyway, that's not relevant to E3. That's been out. So
Yeah, it's been up for a while. What we got next? We got The Last Night.
do you like pixels and do you like exclusive? 'Cause that's what it is.
When the game first came up, they actually explained this more in the PC thing, so we'll
Yeah,
get to that
they
more.
talked a lot
But
about it.
when they first showed it, I was like, so you're telling me that you're gonna have a 4K console, but
They put out a
it,
game that you can't even tell what someone's face looks like.
with its pixels,
Like
but it actually looks really good for pixels on 4K though.
it looks like a good game, but like when we say pixels, we don't mean like old Mario. We mean like there's no definite pixel to anything. It's just a different color pixel for each thing. There's no like Mario. You can see his mustache and his face at least. This looks like someone tried to blur it out for a crime show that the person didn't want to be seen. But
Yeah,
it
but
does look like a good game.
we'll get into that later. When I actually talk more about the PC thing. What I actually like, getting ahead a little bit, they brought in the game
Developers
developers
for like each one.
and to talk to them about it. It's like Sony didn't do that. Microsoft barely did that.
Bethesda is the people who do that.
Bethesda, they kind of have to do that. Ubisoft as well. EA, they kind of do a mix of it. And
Yeah.
Nintendo definitely does it. But the big game companies, they don't really bring in developers to talk about the games. They just, Sony and Microsoft, they just game, buy. I
Yeah,
like to
Sony,
see.
he was like, here's this list. Oh, we'll get that later. He was like, here's these games. They all showed up, and he was like, hope you enjoyed that.
I hope you enjoyed the show, and I'm like, what? That's it? That's it? But Sony will do Sony.
Yeah.
But what the heck is the Artful game, man?
It's an
Can you explain to
exclusive.
me? Can you explain to me what this game is right now?
Exclusive.
I no words are coming to my mind right now. I was trying to figure out what this game was. And it's like the Artful game.
The artful game.
What? Uh, man. Then we got, a little mini trailer for his game called Code Vein. It's actually, original, just like a lot of these other games. I don't think it's an exclusive because they didn't say it's an exclusive, and they definitely wanted to point out that it was an
Everything that was
exclusive.
exclusive.
So yeah, I think that will be releasing on most platforms.
Now, this next game started off being one of my favorite games at E3 until Ubisoft crushed it with a different version of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sea of Thieves is an exclusive. It's a pirate game. You can play with your friends. You can fight people with other ships. You can go to different islands and explore everything and hunt for treasure. And that's what the problem is. That's all you can do.
Yeah, we haven't seen.
Most of it.
Actually, what they showed like 8 minutes of gameplay, which was actually good. Like the gameplay was good.
Yeah, it looks fun.
Then I watched the 40. I didn't watch the whole 43 minutes. I like looked through it, and like it just wasn't that much into it. It's just going around. You go hunting for treasure. You explore, and you do a little bit of battling. But other than that, it's not much to it. So hopefully, like you can actually do something.
I'm sure they'll have updates and stuff.
It doesn't really have to have like a big story arc to it, but
But don't be Battlefront.
Because hopefully this game will be. Please don't be Battlefront, but I'm pretty sure it's going to come to PC, so I would actually pick this game up
it's on PC.
If they give us more details to what's going to be in the game, like besides just the basic pirate stuff, But other than that,
but it does look like a fun game to play with friends.
It looks really cool to play with your friends. Like you don't have to always follow the objective basically in this game.
You can be a Joel.
Yeah, you can be a Joel. You just basically do whatever you want.
That's my
it's a game to have fun.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
All right.
All right. So another exclusive, Tacoma. Explain to me what Tacoma is, my friend.
Honestly, I don't really know, but it's an exclusive. I didn't catch most of this because everything was being glitchy.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't get much from Tacoma as well. They just gave us a little trailer, just explaining what the game is, But I mean, that's cool. I'm not gonna knock the game for that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's exclusive. But okay, here's the game.
Guess what? It's exclusive.
And you know what else? It's not Conker's Bad Fur Day. I swear. If anybody knows what Conker's Bad Fur Day is, it's a awesome game. I love the game. But
the jokes and stuff are great.
And I saw the little guy come up, and I was like, "Wait, is that supposed to be like a new version of Conker?" And then when it showed something else, I was like, "Oh, I feel betrayed right now." But the game itself actually looks really cool. It's a platforming game, just like mostly platforming, just like Conker was. It actually looks really interesting. I'm not gonna knock it because it looks like a kid game, because a lot of games are
Minecraft.
A lot of games are dubbed kid games, like early Ratchet and Clank games, or Jack and Daxter, or Crash Bandicoot, games like that. They're dubbed kid games, but they're one of the best games of all time, in my opinion. So I'm not gonna. So this game could turn out to be a great game. It's called Super Lucky's Tale, by the way.
This next game has my favorite title of all Cuphead. Exclusive.
It's not a joke either. It's like legitimately Cuphead. Like that's the game is legitimately Cuphead.
Yeah.
If you ever seen Cuphead? That's what it is. It's a cup.
For a head.
I'm being dead serious right now. But yeah, it actually looked like the old like Mickey Mouse shows like from way back when with the like filters, like the old great. That's what it looked like.
Like the Steamboat and everything.
Yeah, like Steamboat, Mickey Mouse. Yeah, that's pretty much what it looked like. So I mean, I don't know. I was like, okay, I don't see what the point is, but again, we're not knocking any games. We're just seeing what Microsoft gave us. I wish Microsoft would have talked about the games more.
Yeah.
But hey, Microsoft is gonna be Microsoft, right?
And that brings us to Crackdown 3. I remember playing. Oh, it's exclusive, by the way.
Of
I
course, it's
remember.
exclusive.
I remember playing. I think the second one before. It was pretty fun. If I remember correctly, is you like jump around and just crush things, and you're just super
Yeah.
buff dude, and yeah,
Yeah, this was actually who they getting? They got Terry Crews like in the trailer, and I saw Terry Crews just comes up, and I'm like, what is this?
Terry
What
Crews
is
actually
this?
plays a lot of games. Yeah, he plays Overwatch a lot.
Really?
Yeah, he invites people. He streams Overwatch on Twitch.
Wow. Okay, so I can understand why they got him to do this advertisement then, because that was. But yeah, that was one of the actual big games that everybody was talking about, Crackdown 3. And I thought they were gonna save it for the end of the show, but they didn't. I would have rather they did that, but everybody knew it was coming, so I guess it's not that big of a reveal though. So it's just all right. So now we have the list of exclusives, that
that all
all
came
came
out in one.
straight. They only showed like 3 seconds of it, enough for me to like get the title of the games.
So that's what you're getting here is the titles.
Yeah, so you got
You want to just alternate?
yeah,
Alright. You got Osiris New Dawn,
Raiders,
Unruly Heroes,
Path of Exile,
Surviving Mars,
Fable Fortune,
Observer,
Robocraft.
Drunk Lords.
I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Dunk Lord. I'm pretty sure.
Anyway, Drunk Lords.
Oh God.
Alright, your turn.
Bigot bastard.
Ooblets. I do know more about Ooblets, but we'll get to that in the PC section.
Yeah, we'll get to that in PC. Dark and Love.
The Strange Brigade.
Hello Neighbor, which is actually a game that we saw before, so that's something that we actually know of, so I'm glad of that.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game. It's been out for a while, hasn't it? On like PC.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've know the game, so
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Hello Neighbor, that's something that we actually know.
Shift.
And lastly, Conan Exiles.
Alright. So, and then, immediately after all that was released, another exclusive, Ashen.
I don't understand why they didn't just put that with the other ones.
Ashen.
They would have just made it way better.
They could have put it with Drunk Lord.
I don't know how that happened. How could this happen?
Just so you know, as we have like a written thing up here that has everything.
We have a
watched it
rundown.
and took notes. And this does say Drunk Lord.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be true. This is worse than last year when like my freaking computer was like, it's 10 o'clock. It's worse than that. Oh my god.
Alright. If any of you like story games, Life is Strange is one of those, and they have a new sequel coming out. Well, it's a sequel, but it's a prequel called Before the Storm. It's about the events that happened before the first Life is Strange. So that's cool.
Did you actually play the game?
It's free this month or either last month to get on PlayStation, so we played the first chapter, and I need to play through the rest of it. But for what I've seen, I do really enjoy the game, so I was happy for that to be announced.
All right, all right. Josh actually said he was excited for that game too, so I guess it's actually a pretty good game.
Yeah, Life is Strange is it's kind of like it's kind of girly-ish, but it's really fun. You can you control time ish. You can go back in time somewhere.
You know, Josh has exquisite taste in video games, my friend. So
I only got it because I seen it played on YouTube, but I don't remember much about it. And it was free on PS Plus, so I went ahead and got it.
all right. So we have Middle Earth Shadow War. I can actually talk about this in both in the Xbox and the PC one, which is actually nice.
Yeah.
So basically, in this game, you know, it's kind of self-explanatory here, but you know, it's kind of medieval setting. But the thing that really got me in the gameplay trailer is that the enemies will actually remember what you did to them, and that is actually extremely cool. Like this guy, I don't remember what exactly it was, but he did something to this big brute guy, right? And basically later in the game, he comes back at him and he's like talking to him. He's like basically, oh, you did this, and it's crazy how he actually remembers that.
Oh, what's the other game? Was it the Super Pixel one? If you walk up to somebody and you're having a conversation and you leave them, and you come back, they'll be mad at you. Like if you
Yeah,
leave
it was
them,
yeah.
you can talk to them, and then you can just if they're in the middle of a conversation, you can just walk away.
Yeah.
And you come back like a day later, and they're mad at
and
you.
And they're like mad because like, what are you doing? But the other thing about the game is basically, you gain followers in this game. Like you can, he was in the middle of fighting like this giant guy, the main character was, and he basically was about to get hit, and he just grabbed the guy, and basically controlled his mind, and now he just follows him and does whatever he wants. And you can just gain a giant army like that, and I think that's a really cool system.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a game do something like that before, not to that extent.
Yeah, I really like the first Middle Earth game, so.
I like to see when games, you know, innovate and add something new, like, you know, that's actually really cool, and you have...
It gives you reason to be like, ooh, wow.
You have more reason to play the game, you know, it's not... Like, for example, with zombie games, you have to have some type of, you know, difference between them, you know, to make them different.
It's just like, oh look, Left 4 Dead 2. Oh look, Left 4 Dead 2, number 2.
Yeah, it's just the same game over and over. You don't want that.
No.
So.
All right. I believe. What's the first game for this one? Ori and.
The Will of the Wisps.
Yeah, this is the second one. There was a first one that came out a little bit, I think, last year.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, this one is exclusive to my Windows and Xbox as usual with
Jesus Christ.
Life is Strange and Shadow of War are not though.
That is a good thing.
Yeah,
I'm glad about that.
Ori and the Blind Forest is the first game.
Yeah, that was the first game. So we have backwards compatibility now for the original Xbox, and that is something that they're actually going to be working on. The first game that they're actually doing is Crimson Skies, which was released way back in the day, but well, not way back, but at least way back for me and you, but not for not for older gamers. But yeah, we're like 16, so yeah, it's back in the day for us. But I really wish PlayStation had like actual backwards compatibility instead of just ports.
Yeah.
Or the what do they have? They have the PlayStation Now thing where you can like rent the games for a couple hours, and it's like, what's the point, bro? Like I can just go out and like the price they're selling it for to rent for like a good like a week or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I can go out and buy the game for my PS3 for that same price probably, and it's like, why?
That's weird because you said PS3 because I had the original Xbox. I had first PlayStation, the PlayStation 2, and then Xbox 360, and then PS4.
Oh wow!
I don't know why I skipped PS3.
So you never had a PS3?
No, I played them at my cousin's house and stuff, but I never had one.
Oh wow. For like I don't know how long now. It's been years. It's about to die now.
I like when I played it. It was a good console. I ended up with a 360.
So our last game, which I'm pretty sure I don't remember if we actually get more of this later on. I think we do, but
Anthem.
yeah, Anthem. We is a wait. Did we? Um,
I don't think so.
I
It's
don't.
only right
Yeah,
here,
yeah. It's only right here.
but
That's a
it's not
different game.
exclusive.
It's not exclusive though. But basically, in this game, um, the name like didn't make any sense at first. I was like, Anthem. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But the game, you have basically this gigantic open world. You go exploring in these like extremely customizable, exo suits. You got
If you
X
know
X X X X X. Yeah.
XXX knockout. If you know what Pacific Rim is, the suits like those, that's pretty much what
Yeah.
these are.
Yeah, that's literally what it looks like. And it actually looks really interesting. We got some gameplay of that, and you do. They allow for co-op of up to 4 players, which is really good. And
Yeah.
again, teamwork is something that you'll need.
So no Jules here.
Yeah, I really like games that take teamwork seriously.
So games you can't
Especially.
play with Joel.
Is this a roast Joel session now?
That's every day all day.
Oh my god. Um. Yeah, but that's basically it for Microsoft now.
Yeah.
I think that was about 30 minutes on Microsoft. That's about how much we did last year.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Nintendo will be a lot longer this year though, because they put out more than 2 games, so that's cool. But
We literally did 2 minutes from last year from Nintendo.
yeah, now we move on to Bethesda.
Screw these guys.
So if you know what they did last year, it's kind of what they did this year, but they added a few new things. In short, Doom and Fallout, they have VR coming. It's the same game but VR.
Yep.
One of the things I'm really excited for because it looked really cool, and it's already out actually, is Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind. It
Yeah, that actually looks really interesting.
it took like the old Morrowind game and upgraded it, put a lot of new stuff in it. Kind of, it just looks so cool. The
Yeah, I did
environment,
not. I did
yeah,
not expect to actually see that. To be honest with you.
I didn't either because it was already out. Like you could buy it, you could buy it before E3 even started. But it looks good. It seems like it's a good game to play. And yeah, I actually think I'm going to pick it up at some point this summer. So, and
Oh, it's
then
good.
the Creation Club is another thing that looks cool because Bethesda allows you to use some of their mods, I believe, but Creation Club is like a whole bunch of people who have made content, like different game developers and stuff, are making mods kind of slash free DLC,
Yeah, pretty much.
and you earn points by playing the game, and you can buy these things. And one thing they showed, if think it was in Skyrim, he bought like a pet crab using the points he'd earned, and it immediately pops up in the game. So you don't
Yeah,
have
so
to.
no real money microtransactions here. We got
You earn the
actual
points,
point system.
and
And
then
that's something that a lot of games need to do. You like have in-game points without that all that
yeah, kind of like the Ubisoft
crap.
mode.
Yeah, pretty much,
But
but better.
the good thing about this one is you can get the thing, and you don't have to restart the game to get it. Once you buy it, it literally pops up right in front of you. So
Yeah, that's really nice, clean.
yeah.
We got an expansion for Elder Scrolls Legends, which was at E3 last year.
Yep. It's just Heroes of Skyrim. It's a bunch of different
I'm getting
characters.
tired of Skyrim. I'm seriously getting tired of Skyrim at this point.
I'm
They
glad
they
they put out
literally
Morrowind because that means maybe they'll chill out.
because they're literally like beating Skyrim to death at this point.
It's a good game.
They're starting to beat it to death.
Elder Scrolls needs to advance.
Yeah.
Speaking of Skyrim, it's on Nintendo Switch now. That's all they showed for that. It
Come
looks.
on, man.
It's kind of like Breath of the Wild, except Skyrim. Adventure, go around. You have the Switch controller, but it's not that special. But it's for people
Yeah.
who play Nintendo. That's cool for them because they can finally play
Yeah, as
Skyrim.
you know, Nintendo doesn't really have a lot of games right now. Since Nintendo's really sensitive to other game developers for whatever reason.
Which we'll get to at Ubisoft.
Oh yeah, that's surprising.
Dishonored. I think this is a new game. they didn't really specify whether it was like an expansion or a new game. It's called Death of the Outsider. They showed
They
some
actually
games.
showed Dishonor last year.
Yeah,
Yeah, they had Dishonored 2 last year, so I'm guessing this is like just.
yeah,
Oh, they showed a trailer for it, but they didn't really do much with it besides that.
yeah. They didn't specify what this was here, but they did show the gameplay. Well, not gameplay. They showed a trailer for it, and it was pretty cool. Um, Quake champions have world championships now. Ooh.
Like, thanks for giving us the same thing as last year. Thanks.
Now the new things. Evil Within 2, it came out, or they showed a trailer for it at least, and Wolfenstein 2: New Colossus was also shown a trailer, and it looked actually really good, and it gave it a release date as well, October 27th, 2017. So,
When was the last time we saw Wolfenstein like main release?
were we even alive? Yeah, because they put out that Telltale Games one, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah. Like it's been a while since we actually got a main release of Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they did like a 2009 game, but I don't really remember that. But
this one looks pretty cool.
So that was Bethesda E3 2016.
Same
with
thing as yeah.
with a couple of new things. Basically, very disappointed Bethesda again.
Yeah.
Thanks
Bethesda.
Thanks a lot, Bethesda. I'll definitely buy Skyrim for another 5 times. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll buy Skyrim times 10.
Yeah.
PC Gaming Show. This is what I call the biggest lead up to the biggest letdown.
Are you still mad about Age of Empires?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's the big reveal.
I watched 2 hours of a conference. And they made it seem like something so special, and then I saw the title and I had a heart attack.
Age of Empires.
But at least they started good. XCOM 2 War of the Chosen is a thing.
Okay, this is really interesting here with XCOM 2. So, this game revolves around the Chosen. There are 3 main enemies that you fight throughout the game, and it's not just like you fight them in order concurrently, and then it's just done.
Yeah,
you fight them throughout the game, and they actually learn, what you're doing and get better based on that.
Yeah, the good thing about PC is they had the developer for each one to talk about it, and he specifically said that each time you beat one of these 3 bosses, when you fight them the next time, they have new abilities, they're smarter, the AI pretty much upgrades itself.
Yeah, that's a problem with a lot of games. The AI is like not as good as it should be, so that makes the game take a hit. But with this, the AI is gonna be perfect. Yeah. Hopefully.
It'll probably be easy the first time. But...
Yeah, the first time is like, all right, might not be much of a challenge. When you come back the next time, they're gonna wreck you if you're not prepared. So actually, they get a August 29th release date, which is pretty soon. Actually, that's 2 months away. So I'll be looking for that.
And they did show 3 other factions in the game, but they didn't go into too much detail.
The developer actually did say that at one point you can get one of the Chosen. You get some of the factions, and your group and like that alien guys right in the game.
Yeah.
In one they battle, and it's just extremely hectic. And that seems very interesting. I look forward to that.
Ooblets was mentioned in Microsoft, but not really. It was in that super long thing. What an Ooblets is you go around and it's kind of like Stardew Valley, except you farm these little tiny creatures, and it didn't really show much of a purpose except for like a small, cute little indie game that you can just play on your free time. Depending on how much expensive it is, or how expensive it is, I would buy it, because it seems like a nice little pass-the-time game. Something fun to play around with.
Yeah, it's just a little simple game, it's not too much, but a lot of these games, that you think are like just gonna be like little small indies actually turn out to be really good. Like
Stardew Valley.
Yeah, and what's the other game? The indie game that came out on PS3 that was big, The Journey.
Yeah, Journey.
Journey. That was
really.
That was amazing. Like I didn't think that was gonna be much, and it turned out to be amazing. And I was like, wow. So you can't really count out these any developers when it comes to delivering.
Yeah.
So we got BattleTech up next, and this game
looks great.
is the name of the game is self-explanatory here. It's turn-based mech combat, and that's something that the PC is actually kind of known for now, these
Yeah.
turn-based games, because really the only games that have done turn-based in like recent years is Final Fantasy, and they've gotten away from that as well. So now it's like PC is really taking over the turn-based thing, and
Yeah.
it's
BattleTech
really
used to be a board game, still is, I believe, and they decided to port it and not port it and just make it into a PC game, and it looked pretty good actually. You can customize the mechs. It's kind of like Anthem, but it's not open world. It's kind of like you said, turn based.
yeah, it's a
But they
small
do
little
have
turn-based game.
single player, multiplayer, and campaign. So you can play, I think, against AI and then play with your friends. And there's a story mode. So that's always nice.
Yep. So a game that we didn't really get much of, unfortunately, is Mountain Blade 2. We just saw a little trailer for that. What?
I accidentally clicked a key and it went back up to drunk whatever, drunk water.
No, it didn't.
It did.
It just casually goes back to Drunk
No, because I
Lords.
had my key clicked there. Like,
Right.
and I pushed the button to, because Bandicam with those 10-minute things,
Oh yeah.
and it just jumped back.
Oh wow.
Anyway, yeah, we didn't get much from Mountain Blade 2.
Yeah, unfortunately. Now, Shadowverse is actually a game that's been out. I didn't know about. I'm not really, too much on these PC games, so I didn't know about this game. It's a card.
Yeah, I
As
didn't.
you know, it's a card game, and they actually it showed us the Wonderland Dreams trailer.
Expansion pack, and
Wonderland.
it drops at the end of this month actually, like 10 days from now.
Yeah. So that's actually pretty cool that they're coming out with it as a couple weeks after the presentation.
Total
Okay.
War Warhammer 2 got a release date, which is September 28th. There's a lot of, I like this year's E3 because a lot of the games come out this year.
Yeah, unlike last year where they were like 2018, 2017, I'm like, all right, y'all gotta chill with that.
Yeah, those 2018 games should have been saved for this year at least.
I'm pretty sure like Sea of Thieves is not coming out till next year, even though they showed it last year as well. And that kind of triggers me, but it's okay.
Alright. Destiny 2 is going to PC. That's all they really said. Of course,
Yeah, because
we know a lot
PlayStation's
of the
gonna
stuff about Destiny.
handle Destiny too, so I mean we ain't gotta worry. PC was just like, hey, by the way, it's coming to PC.
Yeah.
So check it out.
We've already seen gameplay and a whole bunch of other trailers, so there wasn't much else they could do other than say, hey, look, we have a thing.
And since PC, has that 4K capability.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Tunic looked kind of cool. You play as a little fox, from what I can see, and they didn't really show much other than you going around as that same little fox, just beating up everything in your path. Literally, they showed him walk up a mountain, and then every other scene in the trailer was him smacking something with a sword. So,
Oh my
cute
god.
little fox gone violent.
Sounds like Conker. Yeah, he's just a nice little squirrel. Right.
They said it
So
used to
now,
be named something else, actually. Tunic?
really?
Yeah, the developer's like, we used to have it named something else, but we just decided to sell it on Tunic.
Uh,
I don't know why a piece of clothes, because
I don't know either.
from what I could tell, the fox wasn't really wearing much.
I don't really get that, but Player Unknown's Battleground. So now we actually did get something
from
more
the
for this.
developer and all kinds of things.
So the game's already been out, obviously, but they're
A
just
little
adding
bit.
more stuff to it. We got new weapons. They're adding in-game replays, which is actually really nice.
So you can tell who killed you.
New maps, and they're actually adding. When I first saw it, they said they're adding climbing, vaulting, and weather, and I'm like, climbing and vaulting. You couldn't. That they try to market it as if it was like a giant thing, and I'm like, climbing and vaulting. That's
I mean,
the
it's
big.
real helpful for their game.
Yeah,
Especially
it's
since it
real
was
helpful. Yeah, it's helpful. It should have
already
it would have been
been.
nice. Should have been nice, to have it in there already.
Weather, they said, will actually affect things. So it's not like pointless rain. The foggy weather that comes from the rain will actually mess you up on the sniping. So that way,
Yes.
each game is different, is what the developer said. Weather
Yeah.
will actually hurt hurt you or help you.
Yeah, what's the? I don't understand games that have weather and that it just doesn't affect it. Like, what's the point?
Minecraft.
Oh, pretty rain, get out of here.
Minecraft range is annoying because then you just have that sound.
Yeah, I just want to like stab myself sometimes. We got Killing Floor 2. They got an expansion.
Yeah,
The
it's like
summer.
a carnival.
Yeah, it's like a carnival expansion thing. Summer. It's called the Summer Sideshow. Still expansion for that.
It looked kind of
We
cool.
didn't,
But
we didn't get really much for it. We just got like a little trailer, basically.
Sea of Thieves we talked about a lot more in the Microsoft one. So the
Yeah, there's
last
not much to see of these. I'm just, like, again, I want to reiterate. Hopefully, there's more to the game.
we already talked about that. So that's
The
the
one
big
thing that
spoiler.
he actually did explain that I didn't really kind of get, but I think about it. The developer was, talking about how the game works in nights, and it's like, I actually got it because I was like, oh, the last night, because I didn't really get the reference to it, but now when the game works in nights, and I'm like, okay, I get it.
Wildlands or Islands is what they said, but it's literally just about Wildlands. It's a it's an
I don't know
actual.
why
It
you
looks
did
like it has a lot of potential.
Yeah,
It's sandbox exploration. You can literally build your own games in this game.
yeah, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
This kind of looks like Daisy. The developers literally said it was like it looks like Daisy, but
Yeah.
it looks like
And it was made by the same people, I think. Yeah, because they
it's
said they
like
took the usual serious tone and turned it into more of a.
it's like kind of like Minecraft Daisy, and just
Yeah. My
there you go.
favorite part about it is that you can literally build your own world and turn it into an actual game in the game. So that seems like a fun little thing. I like doing creative things. So Griftlands.
Didn't get much from this either,
It's a sci-fi RPG.
unfortunately. Yeah, that's really all we got for it. Lone Echo. It's a VR game.
Yeah. It's
I don't
got
know. Wait, why
multiplayer.
is this at PC? I just thought about this. What was the point of that? If it's a VR game, I just thought about that. Like, why is it at PC where the developer's just like, whatever. We'll just try to get a spot. Screw it.
It's got
But
a multiplayer arena, and it's kind of different for VR.
yeah, it's actually like it looks promising.
July
It
20th.
actually, yeah, it comes out July 20th, so we got a month away to see. Hopefully, we'll see more from that. Oh, this is the best one
My
coming.
favorite developer out of all E3 is the developer for this game,
He didn't.
Lawbreakers.
He didn't care.
No.
This dude did not care. He was like, whatever, man. I'll say whatever I want.
It comes out August 8th. It's for PC and PS4, and
Thank
it's a
God.
really fast-paced, like kind of like Overwatch. That's a good way to describe it. But it's anti-gravity, meaning you can just fly, and there's no real stop and snipe or anything like that. It's all run and gun, or else you're dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's only a multiplayer, and the developer said it was $29.99. Go ahead, Terrence. He
no,
doesn't
no,
like he doesn't like
no,
$60 games.
no $60 BS. This man was like, no $60 BS.
He's like $20.99 only multiplayer. I'm not charging people that much for just multiplayer game. So I actually
No,
respect to that guy.
he's like, no BS here, no $60 BS. Like,
Only Battlefront.
it's like I'm not playing around. It's like, dang,
Actually, that is kind of like a shot at Overwatch.
it's a shot at pretty much all these games that like,
Overwatch, Battlefront, Paladins.
yeah, all these
No,
games are
Paladins
just,
is free. What is it? Paragon,
yeah,
Battleborn.
yeah, like all those games, like just took a shot at them. It's like, nah, quit that.
Yeah. Oh, also Paragon on PS4 is free to download, and then you click it and it goes, you need to pay $60 to get past this screen.
What?
Yeah. It was like
Are you serious?
at least it used to be, it was like free to download, and I downloaded it. And it was like, pay $60, buy the game now.
No.
And me and my dad were like, what? No, I just deleted it.
Oh my god, that is gay. Alright, so we got a release date for Middle Earth Shadow of War, which is October 10th, and we already talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
A game I'm actually looking forward to.
Wargroove. is made by the people who made Stardew Valley, I believe is what they said. I think
Yeah,
is the one I'm thinking about.
I'm pretty
It's
sure.
yeah, it's like a turn-based strategy game. It's more turn-based for the PC. It actually looks pretty good. Like it's really interesting. You can build your own maps and test out your own fights. It's got some unique mechanics, but they shut the developers down and and the thing. The girl was still trying to explain things, and the host was like, "All right, and on to our big reveal." So
Age of
let me
Empires.
tell you how this went down. He was talking about how it was a big reveal, and he goes, "I can't even say the title yet because of how secret and special this is. So you must admit special ed because the game pops up. I see, what looks like standard Clash of Clans stuff, and I'm like, wait, what?" And then all I see is Age of Empires, a definitive edition. And I literally just died
Definite,
on the inside.
definite edition, Jacob. Definite edition. Yeah,
it,
it's definitely sucks. That's what it is.
it's got 4K and Xbox Live multiplayer, but shouldn't this game already have multiplayer anyway? It's just Clash of Clans for console.
This is 20th anniversary, man.
Yeah, 20 years they didn't have multiplayer.
20 years. Oh yeah, finally got that multiplayer, bro.
And the developer was so happy. It was like, I can't believe I'm finally up here. I get to do this 20-year anniversary thing. It's let down in my life.
20 years. Took you 20 years.
Well,
Come
PC was
on,
good
man.
until that, so I'll give them
Come
that.
on, man. Just why?
Like, let's see, what could have been a better big reveal? Wildlands would have worked. Shadowverse. XCOM would have been a better one. They revealed the most information for XCOM. They might as well made that the big thing.
Oh my god, they could have put Tunic as the big reveal. I would have been happy.
Yeah, Tunic was a nice little game.
They could have
Ooblets.
put they could have put fake Conqueror's Bad Fur Day as the big reveal. Like they literally could have did that. I would have been fine.
They could have slapped Ooblets up there. Showed us a little girl walking around pulling
I
animals
was
out of the ground.
I was so hyped, and then it was
Yeah.
like,
I was like, oh, what's the secret? This sounds good. Age of Empires. And I was like, what? I almost threw my
all right,
computer.
so you Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. The first thing they put out is a Mario and Rabbids mix up, which is actually kind of cool because Nintendo lets people. If you touch Mario, you're Switch only.
If you touch Mario, you're dead.
Like,
That's
and the fact that they actually let Ubisoft make a game with Mario and Rabbids. But it's a turn-based tactical game. It looks actually kind of cool. You walk up in the little squares. If someone's in your range, you punch them. That kind of stuff. And it actually comes out August 29th on the Switch only. So I was really
PlayStation
hyped
release.
until the translator for the Nintendo guy goes Switch. I
I
was
mean,
like,
come on, what'd you expect, man? You didn't expect nothing else.
not really, but you can dream.
So we did actually get another trailer for Assassin's Creed Origins. We already talked about that earlier, so that's
Yeah, I'm surprised they even put it out in the other one instead of just this.
yeah, that was actually surprising because last year I'm pretty sure when they had Assassin's Creed, they only did it for Ubisoft, but
Yeah, but it looks
the schedule was all like different last year, so I guess that's why.
yeah, it does look good though. So, but
Yeah,
we already talked about it.
so that's we're good with that. So the Crew 2.
This looked pretty nice.
I played the original Crew. It was an alright racing game, but it didn't really. I mean, the point of it, you have crews in the game, but it didn't really do much with it.
This has
Yeah,
like a whole bunch of racing.
Gordon. Yeah. Recording. Yeah. Street racing in this, off-road racing, speedboats, and airplane racing, which is
Different.
surprising. I was like not expecting that because in the original game you just had street racing
Yeah.
and regular tracks, whatever. But
So
now you have a lot of different stuff. You have diversity.
the next game is South Park: The Fractured But Whole. I hate the name for that. Um, it actually makes sense because the whole cast is there, but it's fractured. There's like two different teams, heroes and villains. It's based on superheroes. If anyone played the Stick of Truth or knows what that is, it's kind of like that, but instead of like fantasy MMORPG, it's superhero, and it comes out October 17th.
The only thing about this, besides from the name, is that they showed this last year and they tried to brand it as if like, hey, we didn't show this last year at all. What are you talking about?
Oh, I mean Bethesda did that the whole time, so.
Yeah, so I'm not going to complain because Bethesda literally did the same exact thing, so it's whatever.
Transference, I didn't really get much about what it was.
Explain, please.
Like it showed a bunch of TV screens and people talking through them, and it seemed interesting, but they never showed anything about what you do.
Yeah, they didn't really explain it. I was like, okay, whatever, but it's alright.
Rest in peace, Sea of Thieves. Because Skull and Bones. It has less currently, but you can play in open beta. But it's super like intricate pirate combat. Like there's
Yeah,
different types of ships. Each person has to play a different role, and so.
Sea of Thieves looks like the game that you mess around with your friends.
And this one is where you can't have.
Skull and Bones is where you like really play serious. It's the pirate game that a lot of people want.
Yeah, like you have the person who's on the frigate, which is the big ship, and they have to pretty much tank everything and pick up as much loot as they can. Speaking of loot, the game mode they have is called Loot Hunt, and the goal is not to kill everyone, but to have the most loot. Killing your enemies does help that, but that doesn't.
It's not really the main objective of it. But
if you kill the whole enemy team, sure, now most of the loot's yours, but you don't win immediately.
Yeah.
And there's like small ships that are meant for long range combat. There's ones that ram into things. There's the big frigate. There's like, what's the other two? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
But point is, there's a whole lot of like different ships, and you really have to have good teamwork and good coordination.
Yeah.
But it looks really good.
So I'm pretty sure this isn't a exclusive, so I think I might actually get this over Sea of Thieves, depending on what I see from Sea of Thieves.
Probably the same for me.
Yeah, it just depends on what they have in the games. And Just Dance 2018, who really cares about that? Let's be honest.
They had like a live singer come out. She sang and danced around and then walked off. That's about it.
I took a bathroom break there, man. I'm sorry. I had to stop. I just couldn't. It's like, y'all really think we care about Just Dance now?
So Far Cry 5 has the KKK. Get right to it.
But that shit looks extremely good.
I really like it.
I didn't know what to expect from seeing the previous Far Cries. I didn't know what they could do.
Yeah.
But it looks really good. It looks original actually.
It does look really, really good, and all the different like NPCs in it are pretty cool as well. So.
Yeah, the NPCs aren't like super cringy like in the live games.
They each have their own, personality and use.
Yeah.
Like one's a sniper. One just kind of drives things from what I saw. But yeah, it does look good. So.
All right, so South Park Phone Destroyer. I feel like they wanted to put a different title on it, but they couldn't come up with it, so they were just like Phone Destroyer. But yeah, it's basically just a mobile game, a good time to capitalize on the fractured butthole. No, excuse me, the fractured butt hole. There we go. We have to add the space so it doesn't seem weird. Yeah, it's just a mobile game there, so that's it's whatever.
Yeah. Starlink Battle for Atlas I didn't get much about. But it does seem, from what I saw, kind of cool. It's like a space game.
E3 as a whole just didn't show as much as I thought they would.
Release dates are nice, but content was kind of.
It's like content,
slim.
like considering I was sitting here with my phone trying to get all this stuff down. So Steep, we actually they showed it last year.
It's out. Stupid.
It was actually a really good game I saw last year. They had an expansion called Road to the Olympics,
Where you
and
actually do like Olympic sports.
yeah, all the Olympic events. We actually get to do that.
Or like
I actually
closer version.
hadn't heard anything really about Steep since it came out. However,
I've seen some people play it on YouTube, but there hasn't been much like
I
going
figured it would have
around
been
about
more
it.
popular because it looked really awesome to me. But
Yeah.
I guess my people aren't really into it.
This next one was the hardest game to find out that I've ever tried to figure out.
I'm sitting here.
It
I'm
started
like,
with a talking monkey and a talking evil pig.
and I'm like, what is this? What
The,
is this actually?
the pig got played by the talking monkey. The pig sent out an evil army after the talking monkey. The talking monkey and his random black Afro friend took out the evil pig's army. They start talking with their team, and then it's like Beyond Good and Evil 2. But
It's been about 14 years since we've seen this game. I guess,
yeah,
wow.
it does look really good though. So I like the concept is that there's these hybrids that have been created, like animal-like people, pretty much. Hence,
Yeah.
evil pig man, talking monkey. That showed a rhino person. So I like that kind of concept. I like imagine Zootopia, but not DreamWorks animation.
Yeah. So here's my only problem with Ubisoft. One dude on the stage said Ubisoft, and the other dude on the stage said Ubisoft. And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
what is it? What is it actually? But I'm just
Also,
gonna
the
call.
main guy was really hard to understand. His accent. I know he can't help it.
Yeah. You know what that? This is off topic. But you know what that dude kind of looked like?
What?
He looked like Wolfgang Puck. I was like, why is Wolfgang Puck at a Ubisoft press conference? But that's what the dude looked like. But Ubisoft did pretty good. They did good last year, so I expect good things from them.
Sony. Just when you
So did
thought Uncharted was dead.
so I actually found out that this isn't technically a new release. It's technically an expansion to Uncharted 4. I thought it was going to be like it's a standalone title, but it's technically an expansion. I was like, okay. So I don't even know if we're going to get a series based with these two. Chloe, she debuted in Uncharted 2, I think. Nadine was debuted in Uncharted 4, and basically they teamed together. Yeah, it was called a team, quote unquote, that works. They work beautifully together, and it's called Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. It takes
They really
place
hate
about
each other.
like in the trailer,
There's
like
so many scenes where they just punch each other in the face.
yeah, they just punch each other. It's like the dude was just chilling and punch. And I'm like, okay.
Didn't want to like pick up a piece of wood or something, like slam it across?
Yeah, I'm like, what is wrong with you people? Y'all supposed to be
Great
working
team.
together. Yeah, it comes out August 22nd. I think it takes place like 12 months, 6 to 12 months after Uncharted 4. So
And
don't expect to see.
She looked like a weird terrorist lady.
Yeah, don't expect to see any Nathan Drake because yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Rip Nathan Drake.
So Horizon Zero Dawn, we get some DLC for that.
It's pretty much winter. They added
Wait a minute.
What?
The game just came out like not too long ago, and they're like
last year's E3. And then,
yeah, they showed it last year, but it just came out recently, and then they're releasing DLC showing DLC at E3 a couple months after it gets released. Sony, what are you doing?
I mean, it didn't look like bad DLC. So.
Yeah, it didn't look like bad. It was just like, why?
Yeah. So that was that. It was just kind of like tundra based, look cool, same gameplay, just ice. Days Gone, that was revealed last year. They showed some gameplay, some more gameplay. There's a zombie bear. That was the most different thing. And there's actual like human threats as well. So not zombies.
Yeah, the best part of the gameplay trailer was when the dude sends all the zombies after like that group of people, and it's just like,
just like, you know what, you guys go over there and just obliterate the entire enemy team with zombies.
I'm like, wow.
If you know anything about this game, these zombies aren't like slow. They're
they're
super
serious.
like fast. They travel in a giant horde.
Was this the game last year where the guy
he was in
that
the
was
house
playing it? Yeah, and he kept turning around and shooting
instead of just leaving.
with a pistol. Like he had a pistol, and he was just like just trying to turn around and shoot
Pow,
at him,
pow.
and then, like
And it was
stop.
dropping like one.
Drops one, and they keep coming, and they would not stop. But
Yeah.
we at least saw gameplay of that.
Monster Hunter World is the biggest thing they showed in this at the end was him roasting a dinosaur. Just casually spinning what looked like a giant piece of ham.
Yeah, that's really all we got. But you know, a lot of people are really into Monster Hunter. Apparently, I didn't know that, but
It did look
actually,
cool.
really are.
Chasing like a giant T-Rex thing with a lizard furrow neck. Like the ones that flare up and get mad at you, and it breathed fire. And then there was a bird that breathed fire. If every enemy in that game breathes fire, I swear.
It actually comes out 2018.
Cool.
So Shadow of the Colossus.
I was so happy when I saw it.
I saw it and I was like, what? They're actually putting this on PS4. Now, I'm not really sure if this is just going to be a remake or just a straight up remaster. I'm hoping it's a remake.
Remaster.
I hope it's a remake, but
yeah, a remake because it was same gameplay, but everything is.
Because they did do like like little bundle with Eco and Shadow of the Colossus on PS3.
Yeah.
Like 2011, I think. So I don't know if they're going to remaster or just remake it. Hope it's a remake though.
Same. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Yeah.
I've already seen the trailer for that before, like before E3, I think. I feel like I did.
You probably did. Like, because PlayStation was like tweeting out a bunch of stuff and releasing stuff early.
Yeah.
I don't know why they did that because it would have gave them more content. But I mean, it's alright.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, they actually for all you Undertale fans, Undertale is coming to PS4.
Yeah.
Yay.
I've never played it. I own it. I've just never played it.
I haven't played it either. I actually might get it if it's like cheap.
Yeah. Well, when I bought it, it was only $10. So.
Yeah, because it's probably just gonna be a simple port to PS4. So I mean, I hope they don't like decide to be like, oh, $30. No.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Nope.
So moving on with our rundown, we got Call of Duty World War II because you know Battlefield did World War One. So what does Call of Duty have to do?
Also, a whole lot of people got mad that they did space, so they were just like, fine, we'll do the complete opposite.
Does the complete opposite, just goes back in time, like screw you.
It does look good though, and it comes out November 3rd.
Wasn't that like I saw like controversy about like the swastika, and I'm like, okay.
I don't see how there could be a controversy in a game based on World War II about swastika, which was a symbol in World War II.
I mean, like, you know they're gonna have it in the game. It's just gonna happen.
That's kind of one of the main like bad people.
If they can show it on TV, then they can put it in the game. Like
they have a movie
like
based
that.
around Hitler.
Like if they can show it on like television shows and stuff, but then they can put it in the game. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean Hitler sucked. Hitler was horrible, but I mean,
as far as being killed at the end of the game, anyway.
Yeah. So I mean, but
or at least
as far as that,
lose.
as far as that goes, you know, it's fun. You know, it's whatever.
Yeah. PS VR games, Skyrim, like we said. Why?
Beating Skyrim to death, man. My God. Star Child. What is this?
I didn't get much of these because this is where my live stream decided to cut off.
Didn't you live stream? Who were you watching it
on? GameSpot, I think.
I had to go from IGN to like one of my a YouTuber Etika World Network. I had to go to him, but he couldn't.
I watched the rest of IGN, but I didn't see where theirs was when I was looking for this one.
Yeah, I had to like switch back and forth, you know, because it kept going out. But this is Star Child, the inpatient. I actually got because you know he's an inpatient, like a patient. I got that. It's like okay, that actually makes sense a little bit there.
Final Fantasy 15 is a fishing game now.
Oh my God. They got me so excited, and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute! It's just the
I have a friend who really loves Final Fantasy, and he was really, really mad at that, like disappointed.
Speaking of Final Fantasy, why didn't we get anything about the Fantasy 7?
Who knows?
I don't think that game's ever gonna come out. Or Kingdom Hearts 3. Those those games will never come out.
Yeah. So Moss was like all they showed was a little mouse pick up a little mouse pick up a tiny little weapon.
I should have just lied to you and said the game was called Mouse, and you probably would have still bought it anyway.
I probably would have.
Mouse.
From the creators of Drunk Lords, Mouse. No,
Better than Knack. It's better than Knack, okay?
oh yeah, from the creators of Drunk Lords, Skyrim Mouse.
God of War 4, actually, a game they showed
Yeah,
last year
got some
as
more
well.
gameplay.
I actually saw something where a lot of people were like triggered with Sony. Like they just were triggered because they basically put up Bethesda by showing most of the stuff from last year.
Yeah, and then everybody was like, "Ooh yeah, Bethesda." Doesn't make
So
sense.
Detroit Become Human, which is actually a game I really wanted to see last year when they showed it, with all the different scenarios and like the androids or whatever.
Yeah,
They showed a different scenario this time with different characters
and you can
yeah.
be like the scenario that I showed you could either be a pacifist or you could just kill everything.
Yeah, basically, and you get so many different outcomes based on what you do. Your decisions really matter in this game.
Yeah, like if you decide to throw a cocktail, like a Molotov cocktail, then everyone hates you because you're violent. But if you decide to just try and like peacefully talk it out, the people are like, "Oh, hey, look, the androids are peaceful." So tiny little things you do, it just
This scenario they showed last year was like this cop,
on the
and
roof.
the guy had this little girl on top of the roof, and whatever decision you made, if you lied to the dude, and like you could actually lie to him, and then get shot by the like helicopter, and the dude just like, oh my god, you lied to me,
Yeah.
falls off the roof. So the game really harps on your decisions, which I like.
Unlike Telltale. Oh, you chose to save this character? Okay, we'll kill him in the next chapter.
Yeah, we'll kill him anyway. Screw it. Why not?
Destiny 2, it's got a release date, September 6th. The Spider-Man game just got more gameplay, so it will look really good though.
Didn't they show that last year as well?
They showed the game last year, but they didn't show any gameplay. Like it was
Yeah.
their big reveal, and it just showed him swing through a building, and then it was like Sony. So thank you for watching.
I didn't expect Spider-Man to be like the big thing at the end. I was expecting either some Crash gameplay or The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
I thought that was gonna be the big reveal. Last of Us 2. Nope. Screw that.
What they did show was really good. Like new villains. Kingpin's in it, so that's cool. Kingpin's always one of the
Yeah, I'm
coolest
glad
things.
he's actually in that. Kingpin never gets any respect.
No. In the Marvel Daredevil series, he's one of the main villains, so he gets a lot of respect there. Now we have Nintendo. Sony overall was pretty good. They had a few things where they just repeated. So, but
But it was I think in my opinion it was better last year
yeah,
than this year, to be honest.
yeah,
So for Nintendo, at least we can spend more than 2 minutes on it.
yeah. So they started off with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It looked pretty good. I don't know much about this. I don't play many Nintendo games because I don't have a Nintendo console other than a DS. But it looked pretty good.
And then the Nintendo fanboys was going wild during this. I'm telling you, they were like, "Oh my God, Nintendo's won E3."
Yeah. Kirby, or as Terrence put on this note here, Kibri, he was pretty good. The game
Oh
looks.
Lord, I just looked at it.
You could tell it was him when it came on because it was like the words were popping up and getting sucked away, and yeah, it's standard Kirby gameplay. It looks really fun. So,
Oh, the name of the game is Kirby for the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game, but obviously that's a working title there.
Yeah. Pokken Tournament Deluxe is coming to the Nintendo Switch, so it's just pretty much like Mario Kart 8. They added a few more things and stuck it on the Switch.
Basically.
And then the one guy He literally only said this: "We have an RPG Pokemon title coming for the Switch soon." So,
Okay.
but
Like, thanks for telling us that.
supposedly it's supposed to be like the main games. It's just on the Switch. So
Really?
hopefully it'll also be available on DS because I like the main games. And if I can only play it on Switch, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, like the games that Nintendo's has are they're good,
Yeah.
but it's only on Nintendo. That annoys me.
Yoshi got his own game, another game for the Switch, and I like the premise. You can walk on one side and you can go on the other side of the map. So it looks like a 2D scroller, but there's two sides to each map. And
Really?
sometimes you have to switch through different sides of the map to get through the puzzle. And from what I saw,
That's,
you can play as a bunch of different colored Yoshis. So
well, that's actually a nice concept there. And then a game that really had people losing their minds, Metroid Prime 4.
yeah,
We have not had a good Metroid game in the longest.
time.
It's been forever since we had, a real good Metroid game that everybody's gotten behind.
And they only
Hopefully,
showed the logo for this.
yeah, they didn't really show much in most of these games. They just like, all right, here,
This one
there's the
literally
game.
popped up. It was like Metroid Prime 4, and then it moved on to Yoshi.
Like that's really what it did. Fire Emblem Warriors, a Fire Emblem game just came out like a year and a half ago, I think.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. I don't think it was on the Wii U or yeah, it wasn't on any like console. I think it was just only on like the DS.
Yeah.
So hopefully this will become a Switch. We can actually see Fire Emblem on the Switch because I would love to see Fire Emblem actually.
Yeah. Guess who's back? Back again. Skyrim's back on the Switch. It's got Zelda gear now, so that's nice.
Because it's on the Switch, so yeah, because
Yeah.
you get Zelda gear.
You
Get
can
out of
get
here.
Zelda's outfit. It makes you look completely out of place in Skyrim because of the colors. Like, I get the fact that you have the gear, but it has, Link's super bright colors and then Skyrim's dark world. So it's just like, oh look, a neon man running through the forest.
I feel like, the sad thing, I feel like Skyrim for the Switch is gonna be better than Skyrim for the PS3, because that was glitchy. I've never seen a glitchy game like that in my life. It was bad.
Speaking of Breath of the Wild, though, it got some DLC.
Jesus Christ.
The first one is called the Master Trials and the Trials of the Sword. The Master Trials is what it's called, and like
It
pretty
includes
much
that.
you get to go through different little trials to power up things, and when you go in the Trial of the Sword, you like go into the sword, and that's kind of cool. And Hero's Path and Hard Mode are two different game modes. Hard Mode is hard. I didn't catch the Hero's Path thing apparently. And then Pack 2 is the Champions Ballads, where you do different things for the 4 champions of the game. And they got their own amiibos. So, that was
And
cool.
then, yeah, so we saw more of Mario and the Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
It was like the same stuff, different gameplay.
Yeah, since it's on Nintendo, they're going to actually show it.
Yeah.
Rocket League for the Switch, that is good.
Yep.
Too bad I already have it for PS4, so I mean,
I
it's
should
not
get
going
it
to
on
make much of.
PS4. And Super Mario Odyssey. Everyone knew it was already coming out. I think we learned about that, last year-ish?
Yeah, we learned it pretty early. It was like, all right. So it kind of didn't ruin it for me, but, everybody knew it was coming out.
I accidentally watched 30 minutes of gameplay in the Treehouse event. But it seems really good. You have different outfits, different worlds you can go into, and you can throw your hats at things and collect them. Like if you throw your hat at an enemy, you become that enemy.
It's a different, style Mario game. We're not what we're used to seeing from Mario.
It definitely looks really cool, and I really want it. I'm not gonna go super in depth with the gameplay because I mean it's basically just Mario platform, but 3D open world.
Kind of like
Galaxy.
Yeah, Galaxy. The best games
Mario.
on the Wii U. I mean, excuse me, on the Wii. The best games on the Wii, in my opinion.
Yeah, Super Mario Galaxies were great.
Just amazing games. They should have made a third one, but I guess this is going to count as that. And that is it for
that wraps up.
Nintendo and E3.
Yeah. So overall, Nintendo, it was pretty good. You know, they did their own things. If I had to rate the best one, I really don't know. My favorite game does go to Odyssey, and then Skull and Bones. So, but
Honestly,
I didn't really have a favorite. They all gave me good things. They all gave me bad things.
yeah. The only complaint I really have about E3 is, some games were shown from last year and they kind of packaged it as if it was new,
Yeah.
and the fact that they didn't show us a lot for certain games.
You know, here's the title. We're moving on.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem when you're trying to do a review for it and you don't have much to go by. So we're just like,
Here's the
yeah,
title.
yeah. Here's the title. We don't have much to go by, so it's kind of hard to do that. But
But as usual, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully,
yeah,
if you didn't watch the conferences, this gave some helpful information and less time than all the conferences took altogether.
yeah,
And hope you tune in next year because we plan to do this, or maybe we'll
yeah,
stream it next year.
yeah.
That'd be
So we'll try to stream it next year, hopefully. But that'll be it for this video, guys. So I got Lord Penguin with me once again.
I'm with Terrence Brown.
Once again. So I will see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe.